Okay, let's get started. So we are doing science today. Science.
แต่หนูเจอแล้วนาฬิกาหนูเห็นจากข้างล่างมาจากข้างบน
Okay, let's get started with our science. So first thing, I would like you to get your science book.
หนู
The
เจอ
science
แล้วนา
textbook.
ฬิกา
We are going to page. Let's have a look.
ไม่ใช่
Have a look. Oh, we're starting. I want everyone to first have a look at page 43. 43. We're learning about habitats. Habitats. Okay. First, I want to talk about a habitat. Habitats are where animals live. So habitats are where animals live. A habitat needs to have two things. Needs to have food and water. If there's no food and no water, there'll be no animals. So in our picture, we have a pond habitat. Can you see the pond? And we have all the frogs. Can you see our frogs? If there was no water or no food, there would be no frogs. So it's very important that a habitat has food and water. Okay, so now we can go to page 44. Let's all go to page 44.
44
Yes. Page 44. So this is our first habitat we're going to learn about. This is our first one. And this is called a paddy field. A paddy field. So first, let's have a look. What animals can we see? What animal is this? What's our first animal? There we go. This one. It's a buffalo. A buffalo. Buffalo. Then we have a stork. A stork. And we all should know this one. What's this one in the water? Yes. Snake. Very good. Very good. Okay, so in our paddy field, remember this is called a paddy field. We have the buffalo, stork, and snake. Very good, very good. So one more time, what is this habitat called? This is called a paddy field. So let's say that. Very good. We're going to say it one more time. So we have paddy field. Very good. So this habitat is called a paddy field. Very good. Next, let's go to page 45. You can have a look at page 45. Yes, page 45. We have two habitats on page 45.
Wow!
So our first one over here, this is our tree habitat. Tree habitat. Yes. So this is a mango tree. And in our mango tree, we have a squirrel. And a monkey. Very good. And this is a tree habitat. Yes. What other animals live in the trees? Who can tell me? What other animals live in a tree?
Squirrel.
Yes. What else? Where do birds live? Does a bird live in a tree?
No.
Yes. Where does a bird live? A bird does live in a tree. Okay. So this is our tree habitat. So one more time, we have a tree. It's called the tree. Nice and easy. So what habitat is this? Tree. Okay. Let's go to our next one. This is our garden habitat. Our garden habitat.
Garden.
Yes, in our garden habitat, we have lots of animals and plants. So let's have a look at our animals first. So we have a snail.
Snail.
Ooh, we have a spider.
Spider. Bee.
We have bees. Over here, we have the grasshopper.
Grasshopper. Ladybug.
Ladybug. And our last animal?
Butterfly.
Butterfly. Very good. Now, those are the animals that live in the garden. So those are the animals that live in the garden. Let's look at the plants. What plants are in our garden? So our first one is the papaya tree.
Papaya tree.
Yes, the papaya tree. Over down here, we have the hibiscus. Hibiscus. Yes. Up here is called the frangipani tree. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Yes, it's very hard. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And down here, we have the hella. Oh, I don't know what this one is. Let me check quickly. Hold on. Sorry, students. I looked this morning and I can't remember the names. Okay, it's called a heliconia. There we go. Heliconia. So let's go over our trees one more time. So over here we have the heliconia.
Heliconia.
Very good. It's a very hard one. Next we have the hibiscus. Very good. And then we have our papaya tree.
Papaya tree.
And our frangipani tree.
Frangipani tree.
Very good. Oh, plant names are hard. Okay. So, one more time. What habitat is this? This is our garden.
Garden.
Very good. Nice and easy. Garden. So, our garden. Very good. Next, we're going to go to page 46. Page 46. Okay, let's have a look at page 46. So, over here is we're still in the garden. We're getting very loud. Okay, students, I'm going to mute everyone. It's getting a bit loud. There we go. I will select students to unmute. Oh, sorry. There we go. Let's select some students to unmute. If you want to speak, you may raise your hand and I'll unmute you. If you don't want to speak, that is fine. Okay. Oh, I see someone raise. Ah, there we go. Okay, so let's carry on. Now, we are still in our garden. So this picture, we are in the garden, but this is what we find in the soil and on the ground where the grass grows. So first we have under a rock. You know, a big rock? These are the animals that live under the rock. So we have our rock. These are the animals that live under our rock. So our first animal is a millipede. Millipede. Hard one. So over here we have our millipede. Next we have our centipede. Very good. So in the garden, if you go to your garden and you lift a big rock, you could find a millipede and a centipede. Now this is what lives in the soil in the garden, in the soil, under the ground. We have ants. So we have the ant and our earthworm. Okay, this is all in our garden. Okay. So next, where's my next? Okay, next. This is our next habitat. It's called near a pond.
And pond.
Very good. So it's not in the pond, it's near the pond, close to the pond.
The pond.
So the animals we find close to the pond, we have our duck, frog,
Frog.
dragonfly.
Dragonfly.
Very good. So these animals live near a pond. So they live close to the pond. So our duck, frog, and dragonfly. The plants, yes, the plants we find are ferns. So we have a fern and a taro plant. Taro plant. Very good. So let's go over our animals one more time. We have dragonfly, duck, frog. Our plants, fern, taro plant. Very good. Okay. Now, one more time. This habitat is called near a pond. Near a pond. Very good. Very good. Okay, next we're going to go to page 47.
47.
Page 47. And over here we have inside a pond. So this is our pond. Now we have our pond. So we had near our pond. Now we have in the pond. Let's look at the animals inside the pond. Lots of animals. We'll start at the bottom. We have the pond snail. Pond snail.
Snail.
Then we have a shellfish. Shellfish. Next we have a fish. Tadpole. Tadpole. Tadpoles are baby frogs. This is a baby frog.
A baby frog.
Yes, a tadpole.
Wow.
And our last animal is called a terrapin. Terrapin.
Turtle.
Very good. Terrapin.
Terrapin.
Very good. Now the plants that live in a pond. We have seaweed, cattail, and water lily.
Water lily.
Very good. Let's go over our animals one more time. So we have terrapin, pond snail, shellfish, fish, and last one, tadpole. Very good. And now our plants, we have seaweed, cattail, and water lily. Very good. Okay. And this habitat, what habitat is this? We call it pond. Pond. This is our pond habitat. Okay, very good, everyone. I'd like us to go over our habitats one more time. So what habitat is this? Paddy field. Very good. One more time. Paddy field. Very good. Our next one. Tree. Very easy. Tree.
Tree.
Very good. Our next one. Garden. Garden. Very nice. Our next one. Near a pond. Near a pond. Very good. And our last one. Pond. Very good. Pond. Very good. Okay, next students, I'd like us to get our workbooks. Let's get our workbooks ready. Our science workbook. Science workbook. Yes. We are going to page 27.
27.
Very good. 27. Okay, are we all ready?
Oh, wow. It's the
Okay, so we need to match the animals to their habitat. So let's go over our animals first. We have a buffalo, bird, dragonfly, and earthworm. Earthworm. Next, let's look at our habitats. We have the pond or near a pond. Next, we have the paddy field. Paddy field. We have the tree. Tree. And the last one is under a rock. Under the rock. So let's start with our buffalo. Where does our buffalo live? Does a buffalo live in the pond?
No.
Does the buffalo live in a tree?
No.
Does a buffalo live in the paddy field?
Yeah. Yes.
So we're going to draw a line from buffalo to paddy field.
Bird.
Okay, next, let's look at our bird. Where does our bird live?
Tree.
Does a bird live in a tree? Yes, very good. So we draw a line to tree.
Tree.
Okay, our next one, our dragonfly. Does the dragonfly live in or near a pond or under a rock?
No.
Under the rock? No. By the pond? Yes. So we're going to draw a line to the pond. Yes. Okay.
Oh.
And our last one, our earthworm. Our earthworm lives under the rock.
Yes.
So please draw a line to under the rock.
Oh, under the rock.
Yes, very good. Okay, is everybody finished?
Finish.
Very good. Okay, next, can we all go to page 28? Page 28. Page 28. Are we all ready?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, very good. I'm almost ready. I'll be there now. Okay, page 28, we're doing exercise 2 on page 28. Exercise 2 on page 28. So first things, I want us to go over our animals and plants. So first we have our pond snail. Pond snail. Where does our pond snail live? Lives in the pond. Next we have our squirrel. Squirrel. Where does the squirrel live? Lives in a tree. So squirrel lives in a tree. Next we have our duck. Where does our duck live?
Yes.
Lives in the pond or near the pond. Next we have our water lily.
Water.
Very good. Does the water lily live in the pond? Yes, because it says water. What about our helican? There we go. Helican plant. Helican plant does not live in the pond. What about our water? Oh, what's this one? Water. I don't know. It's okay. We'll carry on. Okay, so we need to tick. We need to tick the animals and plants you can find in a pond habitat. So, pond snail. Does the pond snail live in the pond? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes, so we need to tick. We need to tick the pond. Well, sorry, not the pond. Tick the snail. Are we finished?
Finish.
Very good. What about our squirrel? Does the squirrel live in the pond? Yes or no? Does the squirrel live in the pond? Yes or no? No. No, so no tick. We don't tick. What about our duck? Does the duck live in a pond? Yes.
Yeah.
So we tick our duck. So we're going to tick the duck.
3 minutes.
Very good. Next, we have our water lily. Does our water lily live in the pond?
Yeah.
Yes? Yes, so we tick water lily. What about our heliconia plant? Does this plant live in the pond?
No.
No.
Oh, yeah.
And our last one, our water higher. Oh, one more time. Let me listen. Oh, not this one. Oh, sorry, students. Let me find the name again. Hyacinth. That's what they call it, hyacinth. So water hyacinth. Okay, does it live in the pond? Yes, because you see it starts with water. So if a plant starts with the name water, it means it lives in the plant. So we're going to tick our water hyacinth. Okay. Very good, very good. Okay, let's have a look. I think, yes, that is all for science. We're done with science. Please take photos and send them to me. Thank you very much, everybody. Next lesson, we have reading and listening. So please make sure you have your Cool Kids books ready. Okay. We need your Cool Kids books. Okay. So bye-bye, everybody. See you. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.